What's going on, Reanimator fam? Just a quick reminder, if you guys want to support us monetarily, please go down to our Patreon link down in the description below. There, you will find various tiers with exclusive access to our Discord server, as well as full reaction videos and skits. Also, if you want to wear some reanimated gear, check out our Teespring links located under the description in all of our videos. All proceeds will go into funding our channel and providing you all with more great content. Now, back to your regularly scheduled programming. What's going on, y'all? It is the Reanimators podcast, finally here, episode 1. It's your boy Sherm. It's your boy Long. It's your boy Fullmetal Parkas, aka FPS.
Yes.
Long, aka Jet Winded.
You heard me? Yeah,
aka Techie.
What's up?
AKA the man with the plan.
That's not the do-rag plan. That's not the
do-rag plan.
Shouts out to Terrence.
The man bum plan.
What's Taylor's nickname?
Taylor bad for business.
Yeah, Taylor bad for
He's bad for fucking business.
I'm sitting in his fucking seat, nigga. What's good? All right, continue.
Taylor's bad for business. I'll tell y'all why afterwards. But
Javon.
Javon the Dreaded. Vaughn the Dreaded. That's what we call him.
That's funny.
But we are here with the Reanimators podcast, episode 1. So it's a long time coming. I've wanted to do something similar for a while now, just because we enjoy talking about anime. We have anime discussions all the time. We have debates amongst ourselves and our friends. So I feel like bringing that form to you guys at the front line, you know what I'm saying? I think that would be something that you guys would appreciate and something that you guys can interject on as well. Whatever your thoughts and opinions are on specific topics we're talking about, you guys can go ahead and touch on that as well. So yeah, I'll just open the floor for introductions. That way everybody can introduce who you are. I mean, y'all aren't unfamiliar, so I mean, but just to give those who are unaware, just the idea of who we are and what we bring to the table as far as anime we've seen and our thoughts on anime.
Okay.
In general.
All right.
I thought it
Yes,
was
sir.
Cool. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Fullmetal Parkas, FNPS. Yes, you feel me? I do my own anime reactions as well, too. I'm still conglomerate with the OG Reanimate niggas, so we still here and shit like that.
Yes, sir.
Artists, you feel me? Anime philanthropist, motherfucking everything, you feel me? Videographer, editor. I do it a little bit of everything, you know what I'm saying? Music producer as well, too. So, that's my little spiel, little introductory.
Okay.
What's up, y'all? I'm Long. I am a photographer, videographer. I am one of the videographers for FNPS over here. Yes. So I'm also a YouTuber. I'm the most laziest YouTuber out of the group, but I'll accept that for right now. That's about it. Do we talk about like our anime history too, or just intro, right?
I mean, you can. Like, what got you into anime and stuff like that?
Okay. Being like the only Asian kid, in my neighborhood, I kind of was almost forced to kind of watch anime because people were like, "Yo, you watch this, you watch this." I was like, "No." So I kind of became like a little ambassador for my neighborhood of watching and stuff like that. So,
okay.
I'm a very big OG anime kind of guy, like 90s bad anime kind of guy. I'm honestly the purest of the group in the sense of like, I'm kind of like, I'm the old head. Like, I don't care for new anime if it doesn't resonate with me, because I have such a very high standard for anime, because 90s to me, anime kind of set the bar and everything.
Golden age.
Yeah, I'm going to be the, the heel of the group. I'm also a big wrestling fan, so I'm excited to be here, man. Thank you, Sherman, for the opportunity, brother man.
Thank you.
Brother man, FPS.
I'm here.
It's you.
Oh, me? Oh, shit.
I thought.
My bad. No, my bad.
I'll come back to my anime history later.
Oh, okay. Bet. Nah, it's your boy Sherm Kage. Hey, come on, man. Just let it ride. Let it ride. But nah, Sherm Kage, you call me Sherm, Shaba Sherm, whatever you want to call me, it's fine. I don't care. But yeah, as y'all know, I do the reanimated reactions and stuff with Terrence, Taylor, and Javon. But again, I wanted to kind of bring the older crew back together and talk more about things, because I feel like the older crew is more versed in more different animes and deeper than the current crew. And that's no knock to them, obviously, but
ouch.
No, their anime knowledge is not as broad as Fullmetal Parkas and Long. So kind of want to just embody that with the podcast, because I want to make sure that you guys get 100% good information, good debates, good points, and things like that other people might not know if they didn't watch the older animes, or they didn't delve too deep into anime outside of the mainstream animes and stuff like that. So yeah, the podcast is dope. I'm looking forward to it. I kind of got started on anime with coming home from school, watching Toonami, Dragon Ball Z, Big O, Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho,
Tenshin
Rurouni
Muyo.
Kenshin, a little bit of Tenshin Muyo, not too much, a little bit, just a little bit. Because I mean that was one of those shows like kind of like Dragon Ball Z too, like or any anime back then. You kind of just caught it when it came on. You never knew where you were at in the storyline. You just picked up wherever the show was at. So you never really had a full linear storyline unless you had like the VCR tapes and shit like that. So.
Where the internet wasn't so accessible at the time, so so if you actually knew about the anime, you were hot shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
which
is pretty dope.
I remember my uncle, he went overseas for the military and stuff. He always had like the plug on like the Naruto stuff because it was overseas, so he already knew some of the stuff was going to happen and stuff. So I was asking him like, "Oh, does Sasuke ever really like, find Itachi or whatever?" This is before Shippuden even came out.
Yeah.
So your
before I knew
uncle
about
is
manga.
the original spoiler,
there.
huh? Your uncle's the reason why you do more manga, like read more manga.
I think it was just my insatiable appetite to know what happened next.
Of course.
If I can't see it animated, I'm like, yo, I have to know what happens next in the story.
I can't, for some reason, I can't see action. I can't read action. I need to see it. That's just my personal reason why I don't do manga at all.
I got you. I mean, and that's the beauty of it, in my opinion, because you get to see the story. Like, you see pictures, you're still reading, you're still getting all the key details of the story. However, it makes you that much more excited to see an anime because you're like, yo, I know this is going to be crazy when it gets animated, so I can't wait to see it animated, and it just builds up that anticipation for you. And sometimes, I mean, it'll be so long that you forget. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You forget. I mean, you won't forget completely, but you'll forget like certain details, and as you watch it, it's like you're seeing it all over again for the first time. So, yeah, that's my spiel on manga though.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, man, that's kind of what got me started in anime. Just some of those older anime, some of the classics. Cowboy Bebop, of course, but Trigun, whatever the case may be. Akira, yeah, the movie, one of the best movies of all time. But yeah, man. Oh, Spirited Away. Speaking of movies,
Yes.
all the Studio
Ninja
Ghibli
Scroll.
films. Ninja Scroll, yeah,
yeah.
Ninja Scroll,
God.
OG, yes sir. So yeah, man, that's kind of just what got me started on anime. So yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a little spoiler. So we recorded an episode already.
So I didn't know we were going to record.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, no,
didn't know you were
we
gonna do
recorded
this.
an episode already, and the audio got obliterated.
Yeah.
Really bad.
It got fucked up. There was some type of interference going on for the entire episode, so we're re-recording. Obviously, it's not going to be specifically and exactly everything we said. However, we're going to try to follow that, track as far as where we were at and what topics we discussed and things like that. And it's been like a handful of days, so honestly, any discussion we have at this point forward,
we probably forgot it.
Yeah, no BS. I mean, everybody's busy. We got our own things going on outside of that too. So,
And there was a big party here recently.
it was a
Just
big party
kidding.
celebrating,
Just kidding.
celebrating your album, celebrating your favorite placement. You know what I'm saying?
Course, man.
Congrats, brother.
Congratulations,
Thank you,
brother.
man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Big accomplishments.
Absolutely,
Got
man.
some stuff cooking up, man. I know, man. Got some stuff, bro.
Here we go.
Yeah, man. So, what's y'all's favorite anime as of right now from the newest,
we're
from
getting
the
in
most
on
recent
that.
seasons?
Oh, okay.
For the most recent seasons of anime, we'll talk about. I'll say. So 2019. What was your favorite anime for 2019 and why?
2019.
Yeah.
Let me think. What the hell was going on in 2019?
lot.
Should I
Promised
start
Neverland, probably.
Oh,
damn.
okay.
Yeah, and it's gonna be harder to pick one because Dr. Stone was around that time too, right?
Yeah, Dr.
Fire
Stone.
Force.
You had the
Force,
big three of that year, remember?
Demon Slayer.
Yeah, Demon Slayer,
Continuation
Fire
of Sword Art
Force.
during that time.
Yep. Vinland
So,
Saga.
yep.
Vinland shit. Vinland. Yeah, 2019 was serious.
2019 was jam packed. that
Fucking
was that
serious,
shit.
boy.
It was like they was applying pressure every month
Broly
type
movie.
shit. You know what I'm
Was
saying?
Broly?
Broly movie was
2019?
Was it 2019?
I feel like it
feel
was
like
2018.
I feel like it was last year. But I don't know.
The
It could
goal
have
of-
been 2018. It could have been.
Oh yeah, long as the Google guy.
I am now
right.
the Google guy.
Yes.
Broly.
We got a Google guy. We got the Google man.
As he's Googling, I will tell you about my anime history myself. I started off as a young man that would sit back on demand on TV. If you had Cox, you'll go on demand. It's the Anime Network. You would check that out and you would
Time out.
see it.
2018.
Nice.
Oh man, this nigga's too good. But yeah, those are good animes for those. Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, man, I has to be between. Can I say like?
No, you can give a runner up and
Okay.
honorable mention or whatever.
I think just unfortunately all my life it's hard for me to like pick like one definitive thing because I'm always so like look at all different sides of the coin.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer, Fire Force, and Dr. Stone because they resonated all different parts.
So Demon Slayer twice.
Demon Slayer, Fire Force. I'm sorry. That's okay. That's a Demon Slayer twice.
I thought he might have said twice.
I think you said Fire Force.
Oh, okay. So Demon Slayer, Fire Force,
Jerry got a bug in his ear.
and Dr. Stone.
Watch, everybody watch.
So yeah, those three, because each part, like there's different things about that show that like resonate with me personally. Like Demon Slayer, which is the animation and the music choice was so beautiful.
Yeah, the soundtrack was
like
amazing.
I could give I can give two shits about the story, but it was just how it looked and how it sounded. It drew me in. I love Dr. Stone because it was just so different. Because I was always big on like someone got to die. Yeah. There wasn't much of the concept of violence. It was all like learning about the things. Like I learned shit from Dr. Stone I learned today. Like I used today. Facts. And then Fire Force, god damn man. Like just those fight scenes are just so amazing. And
very well
I love the concept of how the history and like, you know, I'm not big on religion in the sense of like, you know, just, you know, religion, but I just like how they integrated it in it. It's really interesting. It's like I've never seen it put into an anime like how they threaded it in there into the very core. So that's my top three. I can't honestly give you a top one because each parts of those made me look forward to the next episode and everything. So those three. So personally, my thing. Word.
Now, did you say yours or did you just kind of say?
I don't even know after that.
I think you said
right there. I don't even know what I said so far.
My bad.
Yeah, I didn't narrow it down because I'm just like, I don't know. It was a lot of shit. Definitely.
Yeah, there's so much.
If I had to pin it down to one, it probably was Promised Neverland, because every episode is just like, damn, what the fuck. I mean, I would put Demon Slayer next, but it's more Promised Neverland for me, just because that was more impactful. Because I didn't know what was going on, and we didn't expect for what to happen in that shit, and the way it turned up, and it was just fire the whole way from beginning to end.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and the thing about Promised Neverland that they did really well was they instilled fear in you. They instilled the unknown. They instilled that suspense in there. Like every episode was a thriller. Every episode, insignificant things like a game of tag were so meaningful and impactful in that anime, and they took it to the next level in the nth degree. And they're like, okay, this game of tag is important because it's going to teach the kids X, Y, Z. It's going to teach them how to maneuver. Probably it's going to teach them how to develop strategies. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to have to get together and use these strategies to escape, you know, the farm. So I mean, there's just the depth of complexity of that anime in and of itself. Even though it's 12 episodes, phenomenal.
That's the type of shit I like. That's
the
genre
absolutely.
I like and shit. So
the psychological anime. So for me, that's damn. There's so much, bro. We got Dororo, which was dope. Dororo was fire. It's a 24 episode series for those who haven't seen it, and it's about a kid,
samurai and body part shit, right?
Yep. Yeah, the one that was a puppet essentially, almost. But basically, this child is born as a sacrifice for a nation to basically make the nation prosperous. The father, or the daimyo, if you will, had to sacrifice his son, and what happened was that someone was born with no eyes, no nose, no skin, and he was missing limbs and stuff like that. It was literally just this meat corpse. And, you know, he was cast away on a boat, and then he was found by a blind swordsman. He raised him, got him prosthetic limbs, and he just became this badass, and he went on this journey to reclaim his body parts from these demons that, you know, stole his body parts, essentially.
I slept on that one.
That is very interesting. I probably will watch it now. Just
the story is phenomenal, and I just gave you this. That's just the synopsis of
that's just like the surface
plot.
deep, too.
Surface level,
twist and all that, in it,
right? So, exactly. So it goes deep with the story as well, but and it's actually a very, very old anime. It's a remake. It originally came out in the 1940s. Like super old anime. It came out like the 1940s, and they remastered it and redid it. So that is, it's a compelling story, and it's dope. And it really questions your moral compass. It's like, okay, you know, is the sacrifice of someone's life and their livelihood worth the prosperity of a nation? You know what I'm saying? Or a land, I should say, because it's not a whole nation, but it's a specific land of people. So Dororo was dope. Then you got Dororo came out last year too.
That's what I'm saying.
Dororo came out last year.
It's too much.
Beastars came out last year.
Beastars came out last year.
I think that was a sleeper.
Damn, I might have to change things up. See, we got to shoot the shits and talk like a top 3 or 5 for 2019.
Yeah, because Beastars was phenomenal. Because I was not anticipating Beastars to be as good as it was.
Damn right.
It was so needed, in my personal opinion, for that time. Everything, it was just, it's so progressive in the sense of like, and it's also modern at the same time. They address a lot of issues that I think socially that we need to like kind of talk about.
They dealt with social issues that we deal with today. Like you know,
everybody know freak ass bunny. You feel me?
Bust down Bunnyana.
Yeah, you feel me?
But because like I won't say segregation per se because we don't deal with segregation anymore. However, they are socially segregated in the sense that the herbivores pretty much stay away from the carnivores unless it's interacting and drama and stuff like that when they do the stage play when they do the plays or whatever. But I mean, just every character in that anime, every single person has been at least one of those characters at some point in their life. You know what I'm saying? And it's that relatability. Yeah, you said who?
Especially Legacy.
Oh yeah, no facts. Yeah, legit.
I keep thinking you're saying legacy, but it's Legacy.
But seeing it's those similarities and those that relatability that makes that anime so good, and why I really liked it.
So Beastars is your pick?
Nah,
it sounds like you're championing it.
I ain't done. I'm singing praises for it because there's a lot of anime that deserve praises from last year. Beastars is especially one of them though, because I feel like it hasn't gotten the traction and the attention that it really needs. Because people see it, they're like,
niggas is on their hard.
Oh yeah. If you read the manga for it, you know what I'm saying. Like I don't read the manga for it personally because the reason why I don't do that is because one, we already got season 2 confirmed, so it's coming out soon, 2021, and 2, it's gonna be fresh on my mind with the manga, and 3, I could never predict where the storyline was going with this anime. Literally. Every episode threw me for a whirlwind.
Straight up.
So that's why I don't want to read the manga because I want to keep that element of surprise. I want to keep on being surprised going through season 2, and it's just gonna be dope, man.
Isn't that just so interesting? I always find it so interesting because like when you invest, like when you watch anime like us, we're connoisseurs now. We predict things, so it's always fresh to see an anime that is knocking you off your socks and stuff like that.
Listen, bro,
you see so much anime, you can kind of tell.
Listen, bro.
Same thing with wrestling.
I literally gave the play-by-play for Danmachi while I was watching it.
Yeah.
I was like, he has this. Easy. I was like, he has this. It's going to be used for that. Oh, he's going to do this, that, and the third. The only thing I didn't predict was how he was Homeboy's grandson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to put spoilers out there, but I didn't see that coming. So that
usually how them isekais work, though.
Yeah.
Want to say this, but I have to be excused. I have to go to the bathroom.
You got a tinkle?
My bladder.
Go ahead, bro.
Always, sorry.
Help yourself. Relieve yourself, man.
Joe Budden and his bladder.
But I mean there was just so many different animes that pushed the envelope last year. You know what I'm saying? Like 2019, in my opinion, I'll say it's a hot take. I'm not gonna say it's a hot take. 2019 was probably, arguably, the best year for anime.
Yeah, it's arguable for sure.
In 2010 to 2020, I feel like it was the best year for anime, just because of everything that came out and everything that was presented and the vast array of options you had to watch.
Attack on Titan back out last year.
Yeah, Attack on Titan season 3.
So they loaded that bitch up.
Yeah, man. Like
one that might be arguably better than it is probably 2021 when everything else supposed to continue and come back. Like
facts, because like this year we supposed to have so much stuff to come out. Like we supposed to have Promise Neverland. We supposed to have
Promise Neverland, Shield Hero,
Slime.
Fucking
did Shield Hero get postponed? Was that confirmed?
What?
The Shield Hero getting pushed back?
I just didn't see nothing. I'm just assuming they pushed it because they just put everything for no reason.
Yeah, true. I thought it was supposed to come out in spring, and spring is about to end.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we are in June.
Wait, did it end already?
Spring season?
Yeah.
I never know when those actual season starts.
Me either.
They be throwing me for a loop. I do gotta get my knowledge up on that.
When does summer start?
Summer, like the actual.
Yeah, the actual season.
June 1st, I believe.
June 1st, for real? Yeah. So it's summer now.
It is summer, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Alexa, play Childish Gambino. Feels like summer.
Hey,
like,
yo. Don't do it. She about to do it.
She gonna do it. But
yeah. So I'm sorry, I misquoted. It's actually June 20th. I apologize.
June 20th.
June 20th to September 22nd.
So we still in spring.
Shit. We're in like that end spring. September 22nd.
Whoa.
So, yeah.
Never knew.
Yes, sir.
But I'm sorry. Did we?
Oh no. We just talking about some other stuff. In the meantime, but yeah, so I'll circle back to some of the other animes. I guess this whole episode is gonna be a summary of the animes because there's a lot. Like so like Vinland Saga.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Phenomenal anime through and through. It gave you because the thing I loved about Vinland Saga is it held no punches. It literally showed you the cruelty of the Vikings. It showed you what they were willing to do. Oh, you haven't seen this one?
Yes, remember I was
my
like,
bad.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
But it was just such a compelling anime. It showed you literally everything that was happening. It showed you it didn't show you the raping. It alluded to raping happening. It showed you the pillaging. It showed you the killing. Mm-hmm. It showed whole villages, women, children, men getting slaughtered. It showed.
Yeah, that shit was sick.
Yeah, it showed everything. Like it held no punches, but it gave you an appreciation almost for like, like I'm so glad I did not live in that time frame because shit was so fucked and ass backwards then. You know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy.
Even with the priests and that shit, dropping some jewels on some real life shit and shit like Vinland Saga, do your soul some good.
Yeah, legit. I mean, the principles of religion, questioning faith. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody that is religious questions their faith at some point in time. You know what I'm saying? So you can relate to that aspect. The character development alone is insane. You know what I'm saying? You see this child who had his real father taken from him develop almost a relationship.
With the nigga that killed his dad.
Right, with the dude that killed his dad. You know what I'm saying? He basically developed a father-son relationship with him. You know what I'm saying? And
that was the sick part about it. Like, that was really sick.
Right. I'm actually Googling 2019 top anime lists on just like various sites. And all the animes we just listed that are our top 3 doesn't even crack top 20. I mean, it cracked top 20, but like not
really
top 10. Yeah. Like Fire Force 11 or 15. Vinland Saga is 12. It's interesting.
Okay, so what's the top 10? I'm curious.
The top 10, I haven't got that far yet, so I know for sure.
Attack on Titan is probably in there.
11 is Fire Force. 10 is My Hero Academia Season 4. This is all 2019, by the way, guys.
Oh, My Hero Academia did come out
Number 9
season.
is Blade the Immortal.
Hell, what?
Watch this.
Hell no.
Hey, hold on. Now, hold on. Watch this. Number 8, Demon Slayer. Number 8.
Oh, wow.
Doro is number 7.
Dororo.
Dororo.
Yeah, that's the
Dororo.
Okay, Dororo.
Okay. Number 6 is Oh Maidens and Your Savage.
Yeah, stop reading this list.
Okay, I'm just gonna read. Number 4 is Carolyn and Tuesday. Number 3.
I'm surprised.
I forgot my bitches came out 2019.
That did come out.
I'm shocked. Carol and Tuesday niggas do not put enough light on that.
Number
shit.
3 is The Promise of Neverland. Number 2 is Sarah Zanami. I can't pronounce this correctly.
Sarazanmai.
I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of that.
Never heard of it.
Curious about that.
The number 1 drum roll boys.
Attack on Titan.
Mob Psycho 100.
Yeah,
Damn, season 2 Mob Psycho did came out.
Sure did.
Yeah, 2019 was the best year for anime, bro.
What's the best?
Best year for anime in the past 10 years.
If like honestly, like this is ridiculous. Like you had One Punch Man season 2 come out.
All right.
Midnight, Oculate Civil Servants, Mix Me-Sai Story,
Kaguya-sama Love is War. That's my shit. That show is good as a bitch, bro.
Boogie Pop and Others. Never heard of it.
Oh yeah,
Fruit
Boogie
Baskets.
Pop. That's right. Fruit Baskets too. Yeah, that's
Real
right.
Akuma.
Fruit Basket. Yeah. Damn.
And Agretsuko?
Oh, Agretsuko.
Oh,
yeah, it's the
little
raccoon chick.
Yeah.
Karaoke.
They do the rock music. Yeah.
Well,
That's just actually pretty dope.
It's actually something I think we talked about last episode. I remember you asked us, what are you guys personally looking forward to in 2020 anime wise? Of course, with the whole COVID and everything creating lots of delays and stuff like that. What are you guys looking forward to this year?
I like that. Let's transition to that after we finish with the 2019s. Because I think, and I'm shocked that Carol and Tuesday is in the top 10. Not because it wasn't good, but because of the fact that wasn't popular.
That list of shit.
It wasn't popular. You know what I'm saying?
That list of shit.
I'm just doing my job, boys. I'm just doing my job.
Animes. That list of shit.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it wasn't very popular amongst anime.
No, it wasn't that popping. But then again, it's a Netflix, so anything Netflix is bound to skyrocket, unfortunately.
Well, true.
A little bit.
True. No, that's true. That's true. Because it's not like
horrible, so.
Because it's not like the issue that Vinland Saga had where it was an Amazon exclusive and not everybody has Amazon. You know what I'm saying? So not everybody's looking for anime on Amazon.
Was Vinland Saga even mentioned in the midst of all that?
It wasn't even in the top 20 list. It wasn't even.
Wait, what?
No, Vinland Saga was 12. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm going through different lists and everything while you guys are talking about it.
Niggas be making those lists off different reasons though.
Yeah.
Mad different reasons.
Yeah, I mean, you got Vinland Saga. So, like I said, Vinland Saga, one of the most polarizing anime I've ever seen. It really resonated with me. The soundtrack was phenomenal. Beautiful soundtrack. Beautiful soundtrack through and through.
Yeah, that sounds so fire.
Ending 2 was fire. OP1 was fire. I didn't really like OP2. But OP1 was crazy. So, OP1, ED2, those are my favorite out of Vinland Saga. So, Vinland Saga was fire. Moving on to the next one. Fire Force, like we was talking. Fire Force, the fight scenes were beautiful. The choreography was phenomenal. You got the parallels with religion. They literally made their own religion based off of the infernals, and they literally like, okay, they got the Latom, you know what I'm saying? They got their prayers. They, you know, put their souls to rest essentially once they kill the infernal.
It's a great concept for anime. It's just really
I love
legit.
the cleanness of the animation. Like the animation is so like it's so simple, basic, and it was
the
clean,
glows.
man.
It's the glows,
ridiculous.
The
man.
glows,
It's the
everything.
glows. That's what sets it off, yo. For them specifically, is the glows.
I like
I'm
the
telling you.
hairstyles in the show too. Like they were
Hairstyles
like
are
very,
good.
very like different, but like they weren't like goofy. It added to the character, and they never like it didn't take away from the character. You
I was
know?
gonna say it was
Tamaki,
killer.
that's my baby. That's the waifu.
Which one?
Tamaki.
Tamaki. Oh yeah.
Captain Hanabi.
Oh yeah.
We'll stick Tamaki over here.
Captain Hibana.
Yeah, and the Black Giant. I feel
Yeah.
like,
That's a bad chick right
Yeah.
there.
yeah, she
What's
was
poppin'?
though.
Listen,
New whip, no
Breeze
options.
Junk too.
you don't see a lot of black women in anime, but when you do,
Hey, they always right.
Yoruichi,
Yeah, I know you've seen the
Beautiful.
Wrong to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon. I know you've seen them in there.
bruh.
Yeah.
You talking about the twins?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And second season,
Yes.
it gets even better.
Ooh.
Even better.
Ooh, okay. Don't tell me that.
Yeah.
Muy bien.
Muy bien, delicioso. But yeah, man, I mean, just Fire Force was a beautiful anime through and through. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed it. Personally, that's one of the ones I did decide to read the manga on. Phenomenal. I mean, just the direction the manga takes, how
over?
deep it goes. It's about to end soon.
Oh, wow.
It's wrapping up soon. And I'm glad it is because honestly, Fire Force isn't too deep of a story that's gonna take like seasons and seasons to tell.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I'm glad they're wrapping it up. Same thing with Attack on Titan. I'm glad they are able to consolidate the story in a meaningful amount of time.
Damn right.
Because I feel like a lot of the older animes had that issue. I mean, Naruto, you know, I love Naruto. It's my favorite anime of all time. However, it's a little exasperated. You know, the plot was a little drawn out. But
You said One Piece? No, I was
don't get me
kidding.
started on that. Don't get me started on that now.
Jesus,
Another 5 to 8 years of that shit?
I can't.
Crazy.
Do it. I can't do it.
Insane.
How many more fruits are there?
This man has been trying to find One Piece longer than some people have been born.
Yeah,
Or alive, excuse
some
me.
people died and
It's
didn't even
crazy.
see the end of it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Sickening.
But anyway, that was a diversion. My bad. But Fire Force is phenomenal. I love Fire Force. I love the concept. I love the story. I love the direction it goes, especially in the manga. It gets very deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just a surface level from what we see in season 1. Season 2 is going to go even deeper, and it's going to unravel even more about the Infernal. It's going to unravel even more about Shinra, the Nether, everything. So all the questions that we had from season 1 are going to be answered in season 2, and then even more questions are going to surface. So kind of similar to Attack on Titan.
Right.
It's going to be very dope. I'm excited for it.
Okay.
Dr. Stone.
Jeez.
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Let's talk about that. I'm gonna let y'all take the floor for this one, man.
God,
What's y'all's opinions on the breakdown of Dr. Stone?
Yeah, it was definitely a hype before it touched down. Like, it was hyped up like this was gonna be the one.
Mm-hmm.
It was I remember even watching this shit. It was just like the way shit went down was just wild. Nobody knew exactly what the hell was gonna happen. I usually don't read no synopsis on it, so just seeing the whole story how it went down, just really these niggas getting put in stone and shit, and then just realizing how intelligent Senku was during the whole time is just phenomenal. Him counting the seconds and knowing the exact time they're at and how many years it been for him to be inside that stone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Them just building from scratch, basically starting over almost on some Adam and Eve time. But it's such a crazy ass story because they have it's like the world restarted and it's like a whole brand new world and it's caveman time, but they still have the memories of from being in a technological age and stuff.
Bruh, can you imagine being conscious for 3,800 years and doing nothing but counting, seeing nothing but darkness?
Yeah.
That is insane.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that will literally fry your brain. You would literally go insane.
Easily.
Like,
I would have lost my shit in that.
yeah.
I mean, it's so interesting because Senku to me is the ultimate OP when it comes, because when we think of OP, it stands for
Overpowered.
right?
Yeah.
So overpowered, we always see anime characters that are OP physically. It's so interesting that he's an OP mental guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, dude,
Yeah.
and also I feel like with anime, which is so good, is like it's kind of like how I feel about Superman. I can't be Superman. I can always be a Tony Stark.
Yeah.
You know, it's relatable because like I feel like if you work hard enough and you train your body or train your mind mentally, you can become a Senku, which is so cool. I think that's why it resonated to me. I was like, it kind of showed me that the way I live my life, I can do things differently if I take a time out of my day to think about something. So like with Senku, and like if you notice out of all his situations, how he got out of these situations, he was never a fighter, but he always made it, you know, out of these situations because he just thought about what, you know, a different solution to the problem. And I feel like, that is just so different because he's not, a physical fighter, but he literally has won all his battles through the mind. And I feel that separates, to me, the character building off of everyone else. Because like everyone else in 2019 anime character wise can't, to me personally, hold a candle. Not like a heavy candle, but like a small candle to what Senku can do and what his abilities are. Because like what person, like you said, can think of consciously or subconsciously for 3,800 years and think of the plan. And this is just on one character. The overall show is so great because from the first 2 minutes of you watching the show, shit just goes south that fast.
Yeah. And
then just figuring out how it's like they're rebuilding the story. If you think about it, the anime is actually going backwards. Because you got to figure out how it kind of got to that point, So what anime that can go that backwards and you still be intrigued by it and learn at the same time with modern references, and the goofiness,
bro. The pop culture was
ridiculous.
I loved it.
You know what I'm saying? And all that shit, and the like just concept of like it's conscious, like it's just so conscious of like issues too. And I personally like it because it's just there's nothing that like same with Beastars. I couldn't predict it because I thought Senku would die at least, or not die, but like get injured way more times, or like like it's just so amazing to think that anime. I thought of anime in a certain light. Dr. Stone kind of re-triggered like me wanting to watch anime because I'm like, oh shit, this is different. If this is a newer anime, I can only imagine with the newer, because a lot of the newer animes I were watching were very, to me, blatant rip-offs of like Yu Hakusho, Ronin Kenshin, and shit like that. So I'm like, I don't need to watch it because I feel like if I've seen that, I've seen this. There's nothing that you compare Dr. Stone to.
Yeah, Dr. Stone literally, and correct me if I'm wrong, viewers, but is literally the only anime that I've ever seen where you're literally starting civilization from scratch.
Yeah.
But using science and accurate science at that, actual methods, actual theories, actual practices, and carrying those out.
That apply in the human world that you can, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm sure there's one out there. I can't think of nothing off the top at all. But I'm pretty sure it may be something they got their inspiration from, or just at least something on the science base. But if there's any teachers out there listening, that's definitely an anime you should play for your students in your science classroom for real.
Bro, you know how lit I would be to go to science class
and see that show? Like, come on.
Like, yo, teacher, come on, show me some Dr. Stone.
And it was so like it was like crazy because it was all the emotions into it too, like all the backstory. I was like, wow, it's just like it's so good. Like it's hard to describe how good it is without you understanding or just you watching it because it's honestly our words and our reviews don't do it the justice that it deserves.
No, facts.
So
absolutely, and the thing that the only knock I would put towards Dr. Stone is I never felt a sense of danger with Senku.
True.
I never felt like they were ever in danger because Senku is one of those characters where you can never
armor.
Yeah, you can never one up them. But that and it's not plot armor, but in the same sense they back up the plot armor with actual science and they actually show you why that plot armor is not plot armor, but it is. Yeah. It is because it's the main character. You know the main character is going to have some level of complexity when it comes to plot armor, but the amount of complexity with this plot armor in particular is insane. Like they actually use science. They're like, okay, well, yeah, Senku's overpowered and intellectually. However, we're going to show you why he is. We're going to teach you something while you're watching this anime. We're going to show you how to make a pulley system. We're going to show you how to make a water wheel. We're going to show you how to make a cell phone, cell towers. We're going to show you how to make conduits. You know what I'm saying?
Ramen.
Like ramen.
That shit is crazy, bro.
Like they literally break it down. Coca-Cola. They show you to make cola.
Yeah.
You can actually do this. You know what I'm saying? There are actual experiments that you can try. Like, and like you said, like this would be phenomenal for a science teacher because you'd be like, okay, class, we got Dr. Stone today. He made Coca-Cola with, what was it? Lime juice, carbonated water and something else. I think it was
they actually had a guy
something
on YouTube make it.
Yeah, I saw a couple people make it. Yeah,
from
so
the same
you could literally do a lab in your class. Like, all right, kids, today we're going to make Coca-Cola. You know what I'm saying? Here's your products. You know what I'm saying? Go to town. Like
one of the best overall to me.
Facts.
I think that's the definition of in my opinion, of an overall anime, like what you would want: informative, entertaining, while still an amazing story. So,
absolutely.
I definitely can't wait for season 2.
The mystery too, man.
Yeah.
Because we don't know anything.
What caused the situation?
We don't know what caused the beam. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. What's gonna happen as far as like Tsukasa versus Senku. With
names you'll find out when you watch. If you
right. I read the manga, so on this one again. This is another. I couldn't help it, bro. It was so good of a story. I couldn't help reading the manga, and I'm telling y'all, season 2 is going to be phenomenal. The revelations that come out later on is going to be phenomenal. We still don't know 100% what's going on, but you get more answers. You get closer to it. You know what I'm saying? The amount of inventions he comes up with, even going forward. Like, you thought shit was crazy now? Season 2 is going to be a whole
There's
new
a lot of
ballgame.
emotional investment that you can put into the show, which is really dope.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. You can develop favorites. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I think is a quality of any good anime is you can develop a favorite other than the main character. You know what I'm saying? With this one, you can have your favorite be Taiji. You can have your favorite be Kohaku. Your favorite could be the craftsman or Ginro. Oh, Ginro or Kinro, or
my
Gin.
boys, my boys.
I think about that in a minute.
Yeah, you know, you could develop your own favorite based off their personalities, based off their skill sets, because each person has their own skill set, which is another beautiful thing that Dr. Stone integrates, because it shows you the main character is OP intellectually. However, he can't do everything himself. Yeah, he needs the brawn.
I like the teamwork aspect of that show, and like personally, like if one person, say example, dies in the anime, it affects the whole continuity of the anime. Because I feel like there's some animes where like you kill one person, he's just a character. You like when you kill someone in Dr. Stone, you know, if it happens, I don't know. But like shit, like there's a new plan that has to be reformulated because how important this character is to the team and, you know, the storyline, the plot, and the development of the character and everything. So yeah.
It gives you quite the conundrum.
Jesus, man. Like 2019, like thinking about it in my head, Jesus Christ, man.
It's stacked.
I can't think of another year of anime that you can put on paper and be like, yo, this anime year cannot fuck with this anime year.
Legit, like 2019 was stacked, bro. Like it was stacked. I mean, Mob Psycho, beautifully animated. Like the animation was crazy. The angles that it was shot at, the perspectives it shows you from. Like the blind dude when he was fighting everybody. Yeah. And it showed you from his perspective. Body that shit. Teleporting everywhere, teleporting in the air. You see a random person pop on the screen. You're like, yo, where the fuck does this person come from? But you're realizing that you're in his perspective and you're seeing from his eyes, even though he's blind, but they're showing you animated wise what he would be seeing if you could see. Yeah, exactly. Like the point of view was insane, bro. Like Mob Psycho was crazy. I mean, Attack on Titan season 3 part 2 was crazy.
Too much. 2019 is too much, man. Yeah. It's just too much.
Was season 3 part 2, was that the one with Erwin in the charge, or was that the one before that? I think that was season 3 part 1, right?
Nah, I think that was 2. I think that was
that was? Ooh. Yeah. One of the best moments in anime history, in my opinion. Like that solidified Captain Erwin as a lot of people's favorite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it was a real nigga when he did that.
No, he was like legit. Like he literally had the conviction to say, "Look, we're going to die, but this is something that we need to do in order to progress progress humanity." You know what I'm saying? The human race. You know what I'm saying? And the Attack on Titan is such a complex anime in the sense that you don't know how large the world they live in is. As far as you know, it's just a group of people that live within 3 walls.
I'm saying the amount of mystery in that shit is insane.
It's great about perception on like perspective in that show. I really love the concept of perspective. So
and just really and again, I read the manga for this one too. I know, manga guy. I get it.
Manga boy.
Excuse me. Oh, that's y'all thing, huh?
That's our shit. That's our shit.
Oh my god. But
big out, my nigga.
Yeah. Chill out, my nigga. But just the world building lacks initially because you don't know how big the world is. You know that they're on this island, essentially Paradise Island. Well, you don't even know it's a fucking island until season 3. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So the world building is lacking for the first 3 seasons. But once the next season comes into play, because at the end of season 3, they're like, okay, over there is our enemy. Whereas over there. So the world building expands in season 4. It shows you how large the world that they live in really is. You know, the different peoples, they introduce different moral battles that you as a viewer have to decide, wow, is this morally right? You know, depending on which side of the spectrum you're looking from, you can see evil in each side. You can see good in each side. At the end of the day, each side wants to live. So you have to decide morally which side is better, which is something I haven't experienced since Code Geass or, Death Note, you know what I'm saying? Where you have these figures that are polarizing and they're generally doing good initially, but sometimes they get lost along the way and, they start spiraling into this, maybe not necessarily a God complex. I mean, God complex and, Death Notes, obviously, but, and I guess you could argue Lelouch's complex was kind of like a God complex, but he
a little bit
had more of a humanitarian aspect, in my opinion, as far as like what he wanted. He wanted reform for the world, essentially. but his way specifically.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't his way, then that was it. You know what I'm saying? So you see those
a little power hungry.
Right. You see those conundrums as you continue going through the anime, and you're like, damn, I was really rocking with him at first, but now I could kind of go to the other way. But at the same time, the protagonist turned antagonist. You still want the antagonist to win, low key, because you've been with them from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You've seen their progression. So Attack on Titan does that very well. So I'm excited for season 4. I can't wait for that to come out in October, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Pray to God.
Yeah, pray to God, man. What else came out 2019? I think we covered all the big ones.
I think the ones that are culture
Ones that
shifting.
need to be talked about have been covered for the most part.
Facts.
Other than Demon Slayer, I mean, everybody in the world knows.
Yeah, everybody knows about Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
I'll just give a brief synopsis with Demon Slayer. Fuck it. We here. Demon Slayer was dope. Beautifully animated. Everybody knows that. One of the most fluid animations I've ever seen.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Ufotable did their thing on that. Ufotable is one of the best animation studios out there, if not the best, in my
opinion. Set
opinion.
design is so amazing. Like, I love the clothing. I love just everything made sense in there. Like,
the
soundtrack. Oh, God. The music was so beautiful.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Yeah. So, I mean, the music was beautiful because it gave you a real, like, Japanese vibe, like with the music and just the way everything felt, you know what I'm saying? Just and Demon Slayer did evoke emotions out of you because you actually empathize with the demons once they die, and Tanjiro basically helps them transition from this life to the next life. You know what I'm saying? He helps them transition. He sees their issues they dealt with in their past life before they became a demon, and you actually like, damn, like that's pretty fucking sad. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can actually see where they're coming from, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the unique aspects, or maybe not unique aspects. I mean, obviously, you got animes like Naruto where he's like, trying to find the good in the villain, top the jutsu, whatever. But this one does it different in the sense that it's postpartum typically, or postmortem, excuse me, not postpartum.
Yeah, I was like postpartum.
That's why I give it trying to be smart. But no, it's postmortem typically, the person dies and then you see the reflection on their life and stuff like that. Like Tanjiro's actually bodying people, but he's helping them in the same process. So he's helping them transition. You see the life story, you see the sadness, and you just empathize with them. So
I did like how I did like the process of him becoming a demon slayer was really cool too. Like his
training arc was dope.
Yeah, and and then like with just just so much shit in there. Like it was just really dope. So I honestly,
bro, when the kids was ghosts. That shit bugged me out. I was like, damn.
That was a game changer.
When you find out those kids actually died in the training grounds to become a demon slayer, you're like, bruh.
Oh, I was just thinking about that too while you were singing and all that.
Yeah, because when he told Homeboy about him, he was like, yeah, these two kids helped me. He was like, how the hell do you know their names? Like,
word.
Like he didn't say nothing to Tanjiro, but when he left, he was like, yo, they've been dead. Like,
it wasn't one of the demons too. Wasn't he like a writer or some shit like that? Was he a music writer or was he like a poet or something?
He was like a poet or a story writer or something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
transition to
the one with the drums.
Wild.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was tough. That's one of the dopest villain character designs.
Oh, facts.
With the drums and switching rooms and shit, that shit was absolutely flames. Like
that was fire.
Yeah.
Like I think there was someone at my job today because I was wearing this jacket. I don't. Have you seen the back of it? Like it looks
the Oni mask.
Yeah, the Oni mask. Yeah. Like, is that from Demon Slayer? I was like, oh shit, you watch Demon Slayer?
Excuse me, that's a goblin mask. I apologize.
So he's like, oh, you watch Demon Slayer? I was like, yeah.
World.
Like everyone watched. I think like it's kind of weird because like
I do.
The Demon Slayer kind of.
I hate the Demon Slayer community. I do.
Demon Slayer kind of transcended anime to me personally. It's just like they like now it's kind of like the forefront
for now.
For right now, of course, but it's just it's so interesting. So yeah.
Yeah, it's the popular thing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens with a lot of animes.
And
it was My Hero.
It was. And that song definitely
it
was really nice. So and it's very big too. So
yeah, no, it definitely was My Hero. That's a good point. Oh yeah, and I'll just touch on My Hero right quick before we move on to the 2020 animes that we're excited for. But
I don't know what happened, but I unfortunately have to go pee again.
It's all good. Go ahead. Go ahead. You can't help it, man.
I'm dying.
No more water for you.
Sorry, no more water.
Are you good? You haven't seen season 4, right?
My Hero?
Yeah.
No, I mean, we can still talk about it.
No, I'm gonna press on while you're in the bathroom.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, bet. Yeah. So, season 4 of My Hero was dope.
This is the whole Lemillion and Deku.
Yeah, Lemillion, and then Overhaul, and then the Airy and all that stuff.
It was a 50-50 season, a little bit.
I actually
had its moments.
Yeah, I enjoyed it because it showed that My Hero Academia is still a slice of life anime. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It showed you the daily lives of the kids while they're going through school and stuff like that.
Yeah, which I do appreciate.
Right. It showed you the some of the issues they dealt with as, high school kids, you know what I'm saying? Because you're a kid in high school, you have, little social issues you deal with, little, issues within your friend group and stuff like that, or issues within yourself, self-identification, whatever, moving forward. Deku trying to find who he is still, trying to find his power, his niche, trying to catch up with Bakugo and stuff like that. I mean, you have all these things going on. Then you see Eri, this girl who has been abused her entire life, you know what I'm saying? You see this girl develop, a friendship, a bond with Deku and Lemillion.
The world, for real.
Right. And you just see their development moving forward. I mean, when Eri smiled, honestly, I know this happened in 2020, but since season 4 came out in 2019, it's part of the same season. When you actually see Eri smile, that was probably one of the most satisfying moments in the entire anime.
Yeah.
Aside from the Endeavor fight, aside from the Deku fight, those were phenomenal moments. Those are crazy.
Yeah.
But that moment when Eri smiled was so important. You know what I'm saying?
That was like the gist of it the whole time.
Right, exactly. So that just brought everything around full swing. I was like, that was the cornerstone that this season needed to complete it and put that little bow on top. So yeah, I could definitely appreciate that, man. Season 4 was fire.
And when it gets to the next season, they're gonna get right to the shits.
Yes, sir.
Is the next one you're gonna talk about Beastars? I don't think we talked about Beastars yet.
We did talk about Beastars, yep.
In the okay, gotcha. That was the beginning of the 2019.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Not no full dive, but
Gotcha.
we had
And now we on to 2020.
Ooh.
Long, take it away. What you excited for?
2020, gentlemen, what are we looking forward to? Release dates, also like what is in your add to wish list or add to queue on your anime list. What are we watching, boys?
No, you.
Q U E.
No, you.
No, you. Oh no,
you.
me like.
Yeah, you.
Wait.
Are you naming
You
an
do
anime or?
I was
What's this shit called? No, you. What's this?
So you?
No move.
Word.
No, me. I'm you.
No,
No, me.
sure.
No, me.
Look at me.
but-
I'm the captain.
Okay.
Well, you got 3 fingers.
2020, guy. That's.
Yeah, I mean, since so much shit got pushed back, I'm not too excited about anything. But
This is definitely, of course.
Sword Art. I mean, of course, I'm ready to see that wrap up because it's finally the final arc of all that and shit. And they really going crazy right now. It's a
BNA.
war.
Jerry put me on. I want to watch BNA.
I'm good on BNA.
BNA?
I like it.
Really?
BNA, yeah.
Brand new animal?
Reminds me of Bloody Roar.
Brand new animal. Yeah.
Reminds me of Bloody Roar.
What else? It just all depends on what the hell decides to come out for the rest of this year. Hopefully Attack on Titan. So that's gonna be the biggest thing. Honestly, that's the biggest thing for the remainder of this year. I was looking forward to Slime, and I was looking forward to Super, hopefully, but that ain't had no date.
My nigga stressed out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I see the hurt in your face, Jerry.
Yeah, it's trash. It's trash.
All right.
It's trash.
I feel that. I'm looking forward to ReZero.
Yeah, ReZero. That was like one of the main one. That would have been the first option, honestly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to ReZero. I'm looking forward to Fire Force. I'm looking forward to Attack on Titan, obviously. I'm gonna go with Attack on Titan is gonna be my favorite,
Of course.
because this is the last season. This is the conclusion to the story. We get to see everything wrap up. It would be dope. I doubt this is gonna happen, but it'd be dope if the manga author saved the last chapter for the day that the last episode comes out. That way, everybody's in the dark about how it concludes.
Yeah, that would be beautiful.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be fire.
That would be crazy because everybody's watching it. Everybody, the manga people obviously going to be ahead. You know what I'm saying? They know what's going to happen. However, if you hold that last chapter until the last episode comes out,
And boom.
everybody's going to implode. It's going to be insane. Drop them at the same time. Drop the episode in the manga. I mean, at that point, you might as well just watch the episode. Fuck the manga. But you know what I'm saying? Like that would be phenomenal. Just to see that conclude like that and in a way that nobody would see it coming. That would be insane.
Yeah, Attack on Titan gonna be some serious shit.
Fire Force was for this year too. Wasn't it
2020, July.
July? Okay, that's what I thought.
Yes,
Okay, yeah. 'Cause that was, okay,
Got a
we did
high
say
school.
that.
That's
Got
coming
a high
out
school,
too.
yeah.
I forgot about that. No Bless in October. Pending no delays, of course. No Bless in October. Something else is coming. Mappa. Oh,
Some shit like that. Jojo.
Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen in October. Supposed to be the next big thing. Supposed to draw a lot of influence from
JoJo
Bleach.
coming out this year, right? No.
No.
Okay.
Nah. Part 6 is not coming
Yo,
out.
chill out.
Probably till next year. What?
Oh no.
Nah. What's your problem?
I was praying to God for a second. I said, hallelujah. That's
Yo.
Latone, nigga.
I'm fucking weak. But yeah, that's Attack on Titan. That's what I'm looking forward most to in
honestly,
2020.
Attack on Titan. That's the biggest one of what we got left.
Yes, sir.
Period.
Absolutely. That's going to bring everything around full swing. Mr. Win.
I'm Googling just 2020 animes that are coming in. Unfortunately, I don't get much. Because all the like pending.
Right.
You know.
That Sword Art movie got pushed back. Demon Slayer movie coming out in October.
Yeah.
Only in Japan though. Well, I don't know if it's only in Japan, but it's coming out in Japan. You know, movies always come out in Japan first.
Yeah, I always enjoy that though. Personally.
So the
Take
release
that Demon Slayer community.
You thought you had it so good.
You gonna stick around next year?
So you know, the Demon Slayer movie is slotted for October this year. However, I don't know if that's a Japan release or if that's worldwide October. I think it's probably Japan.
I thought it was Japan only.
I think it's Japan first, and then probably next year we'll get it, like maybe in February or something. I don't know.
You don't know.
Yo.
You don't know.
Hey, yo. We're never gonna know until next year we'll see Demon Slayer.
That song is fire. That song is so fire.
But yeah, man. Yeah. You looking forward to anything specifically, or you just excited for another year?
I'm excited, man. I'm excited because I want to see how this year, hopefully this year, watching anime is going to make me kind of not necessarily forget about what's going on, but just because in 2019, there's a lot personally in my life has happened where those animes have helped me come out of a dark place. So I think I'm in a better place mentally from where I was at last year, my own personal life.
Right.
Now the whole world is different. So now I want to see how the anime is going to possibly help me perceive the world, because I always drove to anime to kind of help me kind of clear my head a little bit, you know? So I'm hoping all these anime that, you know, you guys have talked about, because remember, out of all these animes, I only recognized about 2 or 3. So maybe I go back and watch all of these and then look forward to these. Maybe that'll kind of, you know, change my, you know, give me a more clear head on things nowadays. So, so that's about it.
I got you.
So, yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense, man. But yeah, that's all I got, man. I think that's good for the first episode.
Yeah, we got into
Also, are we talking about what we want to do on the podcast, about like future goals of like
yeah,
things we
absolutely.
want to talk about?
Absolutely, yeah. No, I mean, so something that y'all can expect is that's you.
Oh.
I'm weak, but nah, something that we can expect. That you guys can expect from the podcast coming forward is obviously we're going to talk about various different things. So top 10s, of course, or top 5s, depending on how in depth it is or
just even the subject matter.
Right, because like you pointed this out last time, some things we might not even have a top 10 for. Like if we were to do top 10 ice users, I probably can't even name 5. I'd have to sit down and actually, look it up.
We need
Right, but top 5, top 10 abilities, you know what I'm saying, of different characters.
I might be just a moderator on some of those.
You could be a moderator.
Yeah,
abilities, you know what I'm saying. I would like to music, like soundtracks, genres, like
waifus again. We might have to go revisit this waifu list again.
We can revisit the waifu list.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're gonna have deep dives into animes, season reviews. We're gonna have episode reviews if it's like a weekly thing. If obviously if we're all on the same page of that anime,
of course.
Because obviously I want to, spoil
club.
something. The book club.
We're now at the age where book clubs are fun.
Right.
So,
Well, I've never been, but I'll take your word for it.
Those are fun.
Oh my
but yeah, and I'd like to see different things like where we dive into deeper things like how anime is made, how manga is made. You know what I'm saying? The behind the scenes of what goes into certain things. Like just do that research.
Show highlight some of the up and coming artists. Cause I do see some on TikTok that's actually getting into making their own manga, and then now they actually getting their animation made too. So touch on some of them people too.
Right, legit. Like just because a lot of talent out there, man. There's a lot of people that have a lot of ideas. A lot of people that have good drawing abilities, mangas, whatever the case may be. That those people do exist, and that talent is out there. So if we can touch on that, or if we can go into deeper detail of the process of making anime and things like that, because I looked it up recently actually, and I learned a lot as far as how the process works, how they have a team, how the animation studio, they don't even have a say in the storyline or anything like that. Typically, they don't. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, because there's a board that they have to go in front of. You know what I'm saying? And most of the studios don't go in front of boards unless you're like ufotable.
And like Paranoid Agent, they touched on that a little bit. So
yeah, exactly. So I mean, not to go into that now. Obviously, we want to say that for another time. But those are some things that the viewers can expect to see. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. I'm excited for it. I can't wait to continue on this journey. I'm looking forward to more episodes, more discussions, and yeah.
Special guests, any?
Special guests, of course.
Do you have any special guests that you know off the top of your head?
Not in mind off the top of my head, man. I mean, obviously you'll see probably somebody from the regular reanimated crew. So Taylor, Terrence, or Javon, or you might see our boy Issa. I would love to see like a voice actor up here or something like crazy like that. If we could get like a voice actor up here, if we could get somebody that's an animator, if we can get somebody in the community up here, that would be phenomenal. Just to talk about different things. Do you live in Virginia? Yes, sir. If you have an MVA, hit us up.
But, before we end it all, make sure you guys go to change.org/Sherman Kage. This year, during the fucking anime convention, we're going to try to get him to actually dress up in cosplay. What do y'all want to see Sherman cosplay
I will be cosplaying, actually. You don't even have to do that. So you can just cancel that now.
Comment below what you'd like to see him cosplay as. Thank you.
What do you cosplay as, nigga?
I will try to perform in front of everyone.
I'm gonna cosplay as the
You're Senku.
The Chimera from Fullmetal Alchemist. The one
I want to be Giyu. I can't be Giyu.
Big guy.
Oh my god.
I can't be Giyu.
Hey, Zanampa.
You could be Giyu. Yeah, you could be Giyu. I can see that. You gotta get the Haori though, the mixed match.
Domokashu from Mobile Suit Gundam.
Look, man, I don't even remember who that is. I'm not even.
Sound like you speaking English.
I haven't seen Mobile Suit Gundam in decades, literally.
Wow. All right.
Well, not decades, but
disrespect around here.
Look, bro, it's been a long time.
That's why I'm here.
I shouldn't have left you. Now I'm playing.
I already keep it going.
Yo.
But yeah, I think we covered a lot. I think we had a lot of good talking points. I feel
great
like
intro episode.
Yeah, a great intro episode. And just kind of give people a taste,
Yeah.
Salivate their taste buds.
First off, we would like to say thank you to the Patreon. You guys are the ones that honestly made it possible for his first initial idea. So thank you for bringing me back.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I didn't know if you wanted to say anything.
Fuck a week.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm an apple.
Yeah, there it is. I'm back. I'm in your seat, Taylor. What's up? No.
Hey, yo,
relax.
Don't antagonize him. Because I got to hear about it.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
His elbows are sharp. I don't like it.
Why is Jerry?
Oh, my God. Listen, man. Y'all got anything else, man? Y'all got any closing notes?
Wrap it up then.
Wrap it up then. All right.
I will not drink any more water.
I'm
sorry.
Weak. Yeah, no, like Long said, I just want to, reiterate that, obviously thank you to the patrons, thank you to the viewers. You guys make it worthwhile doing what we do, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously we do it regularly, but to be able to provide that content for everybody and for them to receive it so well and for them to resonate with them, you know what I'm saying? That's just, it's awe-inspiring, you know what I'm saying? It's humbling, and it's just something that I want to continue to do. So, thank y'all for coming back. Obviously, it's always a pleasure to have y'all and work with y'all. So, here's the many more, man. Y'all got anything else?
Sure. No, that's it, man.
Shout out to y'all's YouTube channels.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. I mean, YouTube channels, you already know if y'all watching it on my YouTube channel. So, Reanimated. We got FMPS there, Fullmetal Parkers. We got Long. Is it Jet Winded still?
It's Long-Winded.
Long-Winded. I'm sorry. Jet Winded is your IG. Yeah. Check his IG out, though.
Only 2 pictures.
All right, then.
Yes, sir. But now, episode 1, Reanimators. We appreciate y'all for viewing. We appreciate you for listening. All right, y'all. Reanimators out.
Teach me how to do it.
No rush, you just take your time. Tell me I'm alright. Take me through your mind. Say I'm tryna fuck. I think that you're right. I still feel